Well, this morning we wanted to give everybody an opportunity to come and just experience Ash Wednesday. We know that sometimes it's just not convenient to come to an evening service, and so we wanted to make it easy for those that maybe are on their way to work, and so we just are having a morning drive-through or a quick noon, and also our evening service. Well, hopefully wearing the ashes all day and not just getting their ashes in the evening will give people the opportunity to share their faith. We're able to speak about why God matters in our lives, why the church matters in our lives, why this church, First Waxahachie, matters to us. And so maybe this will, wearing their ashes all day, will give people an opportunity to express that, because it will give them a physical manifestation all day to wear that. Maybe people will notice, and maybe just this day will give people just that presence of God with them, that supernatural love of Christ with them, to explain what God means to them.
Yes, we're having a worship service tonight, but there's just something about getting up early and taking the love of God out into the streets. I have seen so many different lives transformed through this, and one of the things that I always do is after we put the ashes on them, then I always say, how can I pray for you? And that is one of the most humbling times, because we're just standing out on the side of the road praying with ashes on our head. It's surreal, it's holy ground, it's powerful, and it's a great reminder that from dust we came, to dust we will return, but God is with us through it all.
As we gather on this Ash Wednesday, we're here in the middle of our community next to our church as an elementary school, and we're trying to offer the grace and the love, the forgiveness and the hope that comes through remembering our need for forgiveness and grace through the ashes that we are offering here outside on Ash Wednesday. We want to make it as accessible and easy as possible for people to experience God's grace and love. We know some people can't make it into the church or here in the evening, so we come out into the community to meet people where they are, offering them the remembrance of God's grace and love and our need for forgiveness in Jesus Christ.
Ash Wednesday to go is one of my favorite things to do here. It's an outreach mission that goes beyond the four walls. People, we gather on Sunday, but Ashes to Go gives the opportunity for the community. Many times that we come into church is just traditional, but Ash Wednesday gives it the opportunity and the perspective that we go beyond the walls to people in the community. It's an opportunity for us to have conversation about who God is. Some of them come through that don't know. They're curious. They want to know more about who God is and what Ash Wednesday is.
I decided to get a sign printed up because I always have been fascinated by sign spinners, and we're not doing tricks or anything like that, but we get a lot of thumbs up and some confused glances, but mostly positive reactions to this, and I hope it shows more people that we're back here for them.
St. Paul Hearst has a heart for the community of Hearst, and we wanted to make a community expression, not just have something that was internal for church members on Ash Wednesday. For several years now, we've offered a drive-through at Prayer and Ashes, advertising through social media and other means, friends inviting friends to come and let us pray for them and receive the mark of the ashes for Ash Wednesday. What's been so beautiful though, Dustin, is that throughout each shift there have been people in the way that they've said thank you. There have been affirmations from God that we're offering the right kind of ministry at the right time in the right place.
Well, we started Drive-Through Ashes last year. I found out that one of the other United Methodist churches was doing it, and I thought, well, this is kind of a cool thing. We have a driveway that a lot of traffic comes through, and it gives me an opportunity to pray for people, People are being prayed for even though they don't know it. It's kind of like prevenient grace. A person came by and said, my church isn't doing this, but I love to receive ashes. So you just never know. We wait for 30 minutes and then suddenly I get 2 people. So I'm enjoying it, and I pray that God is using this in a mighty way.